So my take on the Minneapolis ICE shooting, coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logical Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So ever since the ICE agent shot Renee Good in Minneapolis while they were out basically conducting ICE raids and doing their jobs, the left have been losing their mind. They've been marching and protesting, because that's what they do, protest and chant, and starting fires and so on and so forth. That's just what the left does. If they can do anything, they can protest at the drop of a hat. Now, anyway, to make a long story short, I believe that the ICE agent was acting in self-defense, and it's clear as plain as could be. I mean, there's plenty of video out that's been released now on this incident, and it's clear as plain as can be that the ICE agent was acting in self-defense.
There's going to be a lot of debate over whether that shot was justified. We're going to look at the two angles available right now and deep dive into what happened here. On this very first frame, we see this vehicle in the middle of the road with its tires facing left. Now watch what happens as this car goes around her. The car moves up. This tells me, and I'm speculating, that this woman is trying to block the road from ICE vehicles. We've seen people do this over and over. This prompts the ICE agents to get out to arrest the woman. The woman driving was killed. So let's back up. First off, we do get the briefest of glances of the woman here, when she tells them to go around, after she almost just hit the last car that did so. Let's locate all the officers near the vehicle. 1, 2, and the officer to obviously look out for, 3. We're going to slow this way down and watch what happens. The front tires spin. The officer draws his weapon. Now this is important. Where do the tires go? Right now, at this moment, as the car creeps forward, the tires are directly aimed at the officer. The shot is fired here. Where is the officer? It's not ideal here to tell. Maybe you can make an argument from this angle that he could have just stepped out of the way. So let's now look at another angle. Not a great angle, but let's get in closer and slow it down. I don't think there's any question that the woman hit him here, if only just grazed him. But I'm sorry to say, you cannot do that.
Change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
So it's clear that the ICE agent, his life was in danger. I mean, and it's just multiple angles of it, that he was basically in front of the vehicle, or the left drive. The ICE agent was in the front of the vehicle and was actually hit by the vehicle as Renee drove off. Or Renee Good, as she drove off, his life was in danger. So, like I say, nobody can say this. Anybody who say this otherwise just want to see what they want to see based off all the evidence that's being presented. I mean, the video evidence don't lie. Obviously, we're coming upon the day and age of AI, where video can be produced, and it's going to soon become to a point where we won't be able to accept video anymore because we don't know if it's true. But in this case, we haven't got there yet, because you can tell AI videos that wasn't AI. That was, from looking at multiple angles, you can see that it's all the same video, all coming from the same incident. Now, that won't stop the left, though, from trying to argue that the ICE agent was wrong. And I've heard several arguments that they've tried to make as evidence as why the agent is guilty of murder. And one thing they say is, well, he could have stepped to the side. Well, when you're making split-second decisions, you can't say what anybody else or yourself would do in a split-second decision. Some people, their natural reaction would have been to jump out of the way. But understand, when you're dealing with agents who are trained to shoot, again, that the military they send people off to boot camp, and one of the reasons why the military send people to boot camp is to reprogram them in the mindset of to be ready to shoot to kill. And this is what these are agents. So agents, they're trained to do this. So you can't say what that person should have done or what you or anybody else could have done in a split-second decision. So that itself is ridiculous. Then they say that, well, she wasn't trying to hit him because she turned the wheel to get out to leave. And of course, I agree 100%. We all know by now the part about her girlfriend telling her to drive, baby, drive, or whatever. I agree. I don't think that she was trying to hit the agent. Perhaps that she was just trying to leave. However, with that being said, that doesn't change the fact that the agent's life was in danger. Just because she was trying to leave doesn't mean that somebody's life is not in danger. His life was in danger, and as we see the video, he was hit by the vehicle and he fired a shot. So he was acting in self-defense. You cannot blame him for acting in self-defense, regardless if she was attempting to try to hit him or not. That's regardless. Then they try to say, well, no, like I said, they were trying to leave and they were just minding their own business. Well, again, video evidence has proven that to be wrong. So clearly, they were there to do nothing other than to block traffic, to hinder ICE agents in doing their job. That was all they were there to do. Now, people often talk about when they were attempting to leave, how the tires turned right. Well, if you can see for the majority of the videos, the tires were turned left on that vehicle, that burgundy vehicle. The tires were turned left. So they were intended to be there and block up traffic. As again, they were there for a while. As you can see that the traffic was backing up, as many people were attempting to drive around them because they were there blocking the traffic. So they were there to hinder ICE agents from doing their job. Nothing other than more, as clear as plain as could be. And essentially, she effed around to find out. And it was sad that she lost her life. I mean, nobody's ever going to, well, conservative, we don't wish people ever lose their life, and we don't celebrate people losing their life. That's what people on the left do. And like I said, if it was up to me, and I'm pretty sure most people, she would be alive right now if we had the choice to make it, but that's not our choice. She made the choice that she made, and she paid the ultimate price for it. The fact is, the ICE agent was innocent and operating in self-defense. This is why you don't go out and act a fool like this. If you go out there and do stupid stuff like this, I mean, you got to be prepared for anything that can happen. When you protest all the time and burn and loot things down, anything can happen. So if you're going to participate in it, you better be prepared. And unfortunately, I guess she wasn't. And she left her children behind. So you're out here protesting the government removing illegal aliens, and you leave your children behind as a result of this. Again, like I said, in closing, anybody who says that ICE agent is guilty and should be charged for murder is just somebody who wants to see what they want to see, because the evidence is clear. The video didn't lie, and again, all the multiple angles does not lie. The man was operating in self-defense. Case closed. And as always, y'all, until next time.